So you're a philosopher?
Yes, 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 yes. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
One night, October 27th, in Sacramento, California, this year, 2019, Earnest Easterling, 25-year-old Earnest Easterling, shot and killed 23-year-old Chanell Brown right before police shot and killed him. Now, according to reports, he was yelling, because this was on a video footage. He was yelling, why did you call the police on me? And I hadn't done nothing. This is what he was yelling on the video that was recording this whole incident. And he had come there, and he had kicked the door in, and he had pulled this young lady outside, and he was hitting her with the pistol while yelling what I had just mentioned. Now, I'm sure there's definitely more details that will eventually come out, but here's what I wanted to make a point of. This is a message always to men and women, or all parties involved. Whenever I try to offer a solution or a resolution, I try to always deal with things in duality, because it is my position that we have to always try to view the role we play in a matter. That when we really don't want to repeat an incident or a situation or a test in life, when we're really tired of aching and paining, when we really want to move forward, that in passing the test, we have to always view or see the role we play. Now, I want to deal with his position first. Men. No, let me rephrase. Males. Black males, and I will go as far as say black men. Now, I don't believe men, no matter how upset they get, would take the life of another individual unjustly. Meaning, like, without their life being threatened. Without their life or someone whom they have been positioned to protect life being threatened. I believe in our younger years, or in our younger mental development, I'm speaking about men, or black men specifically, coming from the streets, a lot of times we are very selfish, and we retain, we hold on to a very immature mindset. And if we reflect for a moment on the young person, the young male, the young woman, you know, we have a very immature, or I would say, better yet, a selfish mindset. It's all about who we are and what we want. It's all about the gratification of us as an individual. You think about the baby, the young toddler, the adolescent. It's all about satisfying the need and desire of that person. It's like you don't really know love yet until you've learned to truly want for that which is outside of you as you really want for yourself. It's like, no matter the mistake that's made, every human being has the same potential for failure, for imperfection, for wrong, for making mistakes than any other human being. So when another individual hurts you, if you're not able to judge that individual as you want to be judged, out of any mistake you've made, you don't have to make the same mistake out of any mistake you made. If you cannot judge that individual as you would want to be judged, then you have not matured. You don't know love yet. You think you know love. You're still selfish and arrogant in some degree. And you have to really grow and mature beyond that level to really begin to get in a place where you can truly say you love someone. It's when you can deal with another as you would want to be dealt with. When you can really view another individual's imperfections, their vices, their errors, their challenges, as a mercy for yourself, when you know you may not have those particular issues, but that you know you have issues, therefore you are able to be humble and be grateful for yourself and feel a sense of empathy for the individuals who's dealing with that challenge, whom haven't learned how or equip themselves with enough tools to be able to move beyond or pass the test of that challenge. What am I saying? I'm saying to black men first and foremost that when we're dealing with these sisters, man, first of all, we have to learn how to let go. I think letting go is a real major problem. You can't force no one to be with you. You can't force no one to be faithful. You can't force no one to tell the truth. You can't force no one to keep their body to totally you. But when you have learned that an individual cannot give you what you give her, or cannot give you what you want, but more so can't give you what you give her, that's reciprocation, that's love, then you need to make a decision. And that decision to either stay or leave. You can't force no one. You can't beat them up. You can't try to cause hell in their life. And to the ladies, know the role that you play. If a man cheat on you or wrong you or hurt you in any form way or fashion, and I'm not talking necessarily physical. If a man violates you physical, then you use the law in the way that it's supposed to be used when you are violated physically. But what I'm getting at is to do not lie on brothers. Don't lie on brothers. And I would advise, don't use dirt that you know about a brother. That information you acquired while you was in that brother's intimacy. Things that you benefited from. But now that you are mad and upset or hurt, you want to hurt him. What I'm saying is that don't do that, because you activate another level of karma and judgment in the universe. Am I to say, I don't know what happened in this situation, but what I will say from my own personal experiences is that sisters also, regardless of what the media say, regardless of what the parents say, regardless of what the mother, because our parents, they're always going to speak the best of us, right? We all know that. You know, we can't do no wrong to mom. In mama's eye, under most circumstances. And this is one of the things that causes us always to be so ugly, because the mother and the father is not telling their child the truth. Get your ass out of the street, stop fucking with people like that before somebody fuck around and kill you. We need to talk to our kids like that when we know that they're living a lifestyle that isn't healthy, man. Because when it happens, then you have to call it what it is. You have to look at it from the position of what you would have done if something happened to you or yours. So, ladies, always know the role you play, because even when, and this is for male and females now, when someone fails in giving you what they either gave you a right to expect or not, it's still your responsibility, because you chose to trust them. And you may not have took the proper measures to even make sure that person was trustworthy. So you chose to trust someone and they hurt you in some kind of form, way, or fashion. You still, while you can kind of be upset about it, you still have to look at self at the end of the day. And say, you know what? It's my fault for even trusting it. It's my fault for even being attracted to that kind of person. It's my fault for even being aware that he or she is a damn fool and I still chose to deal with him. It's my fault for even knowing that the individual had some illnesses, wasn't well, wasn't sick. Was sick and wasn't well and wasn't even seeking to be better. Wasn't working on personal healing and evolution, a healthy evolution. You know, it's my fault for making sure that my criteria by which I use to gauge people that I meet wasn't firm and wasn't solid enough to give me a proper vision of what I'm dealing with. I'm saying it is only until we begin to really evaluate and hold ourselves accountable under some circumstances. And when I say some, I mean more so than not. I'm saying like a 80% of the reason when we find ourselves in a situation is behind a choice that we made. We have to, the world is a wicked place. But the Holy Quran says that evil has surfaced on the land to give man a taste of that which he has produced. Man and woman. You see, we produce evil by that which we say, do, and don't say and do. When we don't fight against it, we are promoting it. We are cultivating it. When we don't fight against wrong, we don't fight against error, we don't fight against things that are incorrect, all across the board. It ain't no one-sidedness, because when you go one-sided, when you can hold someone else accountable for what the wrong they do, but not hold yourself and those close to you accountable for the wrong they do, you are still producing evil. What is evil? Let me give you another perspective. Evil is a matter of perspective. You see, evil is imbalance. When you produce imbalance, what is imbalance? Imbalance is improper measure. Imbalance is when you don't reciprocate. When you don't give and take mutually. When you take more than what you're supposed to take. You see, that's why also in the Kitab it say, even though for the Muslim, that the law of equality is for you. Meaning that if someone hits you in your eye, you can hit them back. He's saying in the next verse that, but it's best that you practice patience and perseverance. Why? Because only God is the best to judge. Only God is the best to hand out proper or perfect balance. You see, the world has a scale put in it. That whenever it's tilted, it automatically seeks balance with the one that tilted it. So if someone hits you in your eye, you don't know what kind of harm or better yet, let me rephrase that. If someone hits you in your eye, and they cause whatever kind of harm they cause in you, and you reacted back, here's the thing about it. They say that whenever individual, it is said, let me requote that. It is said, according to scholars, that whenever you feel you are the victim of injustice, it causes a chemical imbalance in the brain. And that chemical imbalance in the brain causes you to react extreme in an extreme response. So if someone hits you in your eye 9 times out of 10, when you hit them back with something, whether it be your hand or whatever else, you're going to likely cause more damage than they cause. At least that's going to be your desire. If you're able and capable to, you're going to cause more damage than they cause to you because of that chemical imbalance. In your desire to what? Set the record straight. And then what happens is that you're going to cause, or you may cause, more damage in that person physically, mentally, emotionally, that may affect their loved ones, may affect him working, may affect a number of different things. So now you see an imbalance has been set in creation that creation must balance out with you. So when you find yourself in a situation where you say, I get evil for good. No, that's not what's happening. Beloved, that's not what's happening. What has happened is that the world or the universe is only giving back to you what you have issued out. It's only setting the record straight with you. And mind you now, that whatever we suffer in this lifetime, according to Islamic teaching, whatever we suffer in this lifetime as a result of things that we do, we won't have to suffer in the next. Because again, whether it happened in this lifetime or the next, the scale will be balanced with you. We have to do better. Learning love, learning how to strive for inner peace, personal healing, which affects our social health. Peace and blessings.